Hey everyone, it's Bev from Big Fuzzy Works Laser Engraving. Today I just wanted to do a quick tutorial on how to make a simple Christmas ornament. I'll start with a single layer and then I'll show you at the end how to do a two-layer one. And let's just get started. I'm going to start, first I looked up, what the average size Christmas ornament is, because it's always good to do a little bit of research, but don't get too bogged down in it. An average size Christmas ornament seems to run 3 to 4 inches, so we're going to go with 3.5. So I'm going to start with just a circle. I will draw it out. Now if I want to make where I click from becomes my drag point. It's obviously not locked horizontally and vertically. If I want to lock it horizontally and vertically, I hold the shift key. As I drag, it will lock it. And if I want to actually drag out from the center, I would also hold the control key, and then it would drag from the center out. And that can matter if you're working one piece on top of another, but for now we'll just hold the shift key and drag it out. And also there is a place to watch roughly where your size is, but you don't need to. You can just go up to here and make sure this again is your horizontal vertical lock button. So we're just going to change that and make it 3.5 inches and hit enter. I'm going to start with this on a fill layer just for now until I can see what my two pieces as I'm going to combine them. But I'm going to add a square, and you can see when I hover over the center of this, or the top center of this circle, I get that little X, or I guess it's not an X, it's a cross. It's going to tell us that we're in the center of our circle at the top. So I'm going to click and start dragging my square out. Now this is where it matters, holding your different keys. So you start with shift to make sure you're locking your horizontal vertical, and then you're going to hold control, and that's going to drag it from the center. Now it doesn't matter how big, because we're going to adjust that size, but that's where I want it to lay out. So I just hold that, and then I let go of my mouse, let go of my keys, and I'm good. So I'm thinking about a 1/2 inch. This is going to be our little hanger. And we're going to put a circle in the center as well. So I'm going to grab that. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to hover over till I see that cross. I'm going to click. I'm going to hold shift and hold control and drag it out. Again, doesn't matter what size, because I'm going to go in here and adjust it. And let's make that 1/4 of an inch. So we got that. So now, I don't really like these tight or sharp corners there on the square. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click it. I'm going to go to this is a radius, it's just a corner fillet, and I'm going to make that, I think, 1/8 of an inch, which is 0.125. So I've set it. Now when I click on the corner, click a second time, and it'll give me a nice radius there. I click the other side, same thing. Now I'm going to grab my cursor, I'm going to click that one and this big circle, and together we're going to weld those. So we can click here, or we can hit Control W for weld, like that. Now that's our basic ornament. So I'm going to put this on my cut line. First I'm going to group them, Control G, and then I'm going to put it on my cut line layer. So that's the start of it. The next step is, what do we want to put on it? So that's up to you. I mean, you can put text for engraving. You can put clip art. There's quite a few places you can get good clip art. I have some already loaded, and I'm going to try this. This is one that I got from, I believe it is Design Bundles. Yes, it's from Design Bundles. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's from designbundles.net. You can, there's all kinds of people sharing designs, giving you free things so that you'll have a look at their, more higher quality design maybe. It's a great place to get some good stuff. So I just grabbed this one. I'm going to just get rid of that color. Oop. I guess they're grouped, so ungroup them. Control U. Get that red out of there. Alright, this is what I'm going to use. The nice thing about getting SVG files from various locations is if I decided I wanted to use these reindeer, but I wanted to put my my own text in there, I could take this. There's the reindeer separate. If I wanted to even go further, I could ungroup those reindeer and use each of them individually. Now when you do something like that, you need to be careful. I'll just show you really quickly. If I ungroup these reindeer, something like these little leg pieces, you'll see it separates. So if you do that, just grab the two pieces and group them back together, and you can put that reindeer wherever you like. So those are great ways to customize to your own taste. I'm just undoing to get it back to where it was. I'll grab all of that. I'm going to drag it to my ornament, and I'm gonna, alright, we're gonna grab the grip. We're gonna hold control in this time. Control in this case, it's interesting that once it's grouped, control locks the horizontal vertical. So we're just going to shrink it down to where we think it will be a nice size, and I'm going to eyeball this because of the way this is laid out. These come out, if I actually found the center is here, and if I put the center to the center of this ornament, it's going to seem maybe a little too, I guess, far to the left to me. So I'm just going to put it about like that. And that's a very basic ornament. It will engrave this, it will cut this. It's a nice ornament. You could do this on acrylic. You could have a painted, maybe a red ornament, and it engraves out to the wood. There's so many things you could do. You can customize. Let's say we want to add in the year. I'll go down. I'll just grab the font. I'll click here. I'll type in my 2023, and I will change my font to something else. Looks maybe like it needs bold, and it's just the same thing, adjusting, control and hold to drag it down, bring it in here. Don't forget to put it on your engrave layer, and you maybe want to put someone's family name on there. There's a lot of different things a person can do to make it a custom, to make it a little more individual for your customer, for yourself, for your family, however you want to do it. Okay, so that is essentially how to make a very simple Christmas ornament. If we want to make a 2-layer one, a quick and dirty way to make a little more depth to your ornament is to just add a border. And the easiest way to do that is to just grab this guy, these outer 2 layers, or outer 2 circles, make a duplicate, pull it over. I'm going to grab this circle. I'm going to ungroup them first, sorry. I'm going to go Control U, ungroup, and I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to offset it inward, and let's inward it about 0.1875. Now I know I've got this weird little thing. I'm going to kind of fix this. We'll see. Hopefully right. So I say okay. So now I'm going to take this guy, and I really just want a circle and not this extra little jut out. So there's two ways you could do it. I could go in, I could edit the nodes, which are these guys. I could take them all out. It's a bit tedious. It's not terrible. You highlight them, hit D, but you don't get this art perfectly. You could drag it up. It's a little fussy. Another way to do it would be, I'm going to undo that, to just take it, make a new circle, find as close to the middle as you can. Control Shift to drag it out. About like that. And I mean, again, this is a little bit loosey-goosey. If you're a very exacting kind of person, this might be a little uncomfortable for you. It usually is for me. Normally I would have already planned out my ring before I merge these pieces, but this is pretty good. So we're just going to grab this one that we offset that we're using as a guide, and we're just going to delete that. So there's your ring. Group them back together. Now just to double check, you'll want to take your ring piece, line it up over top of your other piece. Now your reindeer is going to be underneath there a little bit, this guy's ears. That's okay, but if you're not happy with that, you can always grab your pieces, hold your control key, grippies, and shrink it down. You could get very fancy and add decorations on that extra ring. Don't forget to move it out of there or you're gonna be in shagged up trouble. Cut your ring ahead of time. And that's pretty much it. I've made these. I've painted this red and had a white background. I've had wood over white. It looks really nice. Yeah, and I mean, if you want to get fancy, you could put decorations around here. Don't forget, you've got this space in here for maybe you want a second small ornament. You can use this circle because you're going to be cutting it out as a small single ornament, or there's all kinds of ways to, you know, make use of this space, so don't forget to use it. But that's really all it takes to make a single ornament or a single layer ornament. There's so many ways to customize these, cutting out some of the shapes and gluing them on so you get more of a multi-layer. You could cut some Christmas trees and add them, glue them on the upper part as a third layer. You could make this of acrylic and this out of wood. There's just so many ways. But I hope this helps anybody that's trying to learn a little bit of Lightburn and is struggling. Simple, keep it simple. If you have any questions, just throw them in the comments. I will try to answer if I can. If you're looking for a different kind of tutorial, send me a message and I will, or comment, and I will see what I can do. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.